Hi everyone, welcome to Break Yoga. My name is Nuria and today we're going to be doing a sequence focused on gaining flexibility. We're going to move intuitively and fluidly as if we were moving through water. Working on our flexibility is going to help us be more mobile and it's going to make more advanced yoga poses accessible to us. We're going to need for today's practice 2 yoga blocks and a yoga strap. If you don't have yoga blocks, you can use 2 thick books instead. And if you don't have a yoga strap, you can use a belt or a towel. If you don't have any props at all, don't worry, we will make it work anyways. So we're going to start by sitting cross-legged. Our palms are going to be on the knees facing down. We're going to move in circles, bringing our torso forward and then back. And as we go back, we tuck the pelvis in, and as we move forward, we push our pelvis out. When we go forward, the chest comes to the front. When we go back, we round the spine. We're going to also add the neck to the movement. And we're going to be breathing, inhaling and exhaling as we move. Make it your own, move intuitively. Remember, think of moving through water. Now we're going to change direction. We're waking up the spine, waking up the hips. One last round. And we're going to come back to a neutral spine. Now from here, we're going to make our tripod with our left fingers. We're going to place them on the mat. We're going to extend our right arm and we're going to bring it overhead. And now we're going to change direction. We're going to continue moving dynamically, side to side. We're going to make sure that the movement goes all the way to your fingers. So the wrists are involved, the hands are involved, the fingers are involved. We're starting to feel that nice stretch on the sides of the body, and we keep lengthening the spine. Couple more times. We're gonna come back to a neutral position. We're gonna move to all fours. And we're gonna make sure that our wrists are right under the shoulders and that our knees are right under the hips. We're gonna tuck the toes under. And now we're gonna move dynamically through a sequence of cat-cow. So think of yourself as a wave. So we start with the pelvis, we're pushing the pelvis out. We're arching the spine, we're pushing the chest forward and looking forward and down. And now we reverse the movement, we tuck the pelvis in, we round the spine and we look into the belly button. Now we're gonna keep doing that movement, adding a bend to the elbows and moving like a wave. That bend in the elbows as we arch the spine is gonna give us more space. And make it your own. Don't worry too much if it feels a bit awkward. It's about moving fluidly, waking up the spine, and really working on that flexibility. We're oiling our joints, and these movements are very gentle to the joints. Once we finish the last sequence, we're going to come back to a neutral all fours, and now we're going to do the same but moving side to side. So moving from one side to the other and transitioning again from arching the spine to rounding the spine. We're adding that bend in the elbows so that we gain some more space. Don't forget your neck and really make it your own. Now we're going to change direction. Whichever way you started, you're going to go and start in the opposite direction. After the next sequence, you're going to go back to neutral position. And now we're going to bring our right foot to the space between the hands. We're going to inhale. We're going to bring our hands in front of our face. We're gonna bend and push the hips forward. Now from here, we're gonna exhale. We're gonna extend the front leg and bring the torso to the leg. Exhaling, bending the knee, pushing the hips forward. Exhaling, folding forward, lengthening that knee. And again, exhaling, pushing the hips forward. Exhaling, bringing the torso to the leg. We're gonna keep moving dynamically. We're waking up the hamstrings, opening the hips. Couple more breaths. And then next time we inhale, we're gonna bring our torso right to the center, so to the top of the hips. We're gonna bring that front foot a little bit in if necessary. We're gonna bring our right forearm to the right thigh. We're gonna bend the back knee and grab the back foot or the back ankle. And we're gonna come into a quad stretch. Breathing here, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Make sure that your spine is long. If you feel that this adds too much pressure to your knee, you can fold the mat or you can place a cushion right under that standing knee. From here, we're gonna release that back foot. We're gonna bring the hands either side of the front foot. We're gonna come back to all fours. So I've changed directions so that you guys can see me better, and we're gonna now do the same movement on the other side. So we're gonna bring our left foot to the space between the hands. We're going to inhale, bring our hands in front of our face. We're gonna push our hips forward. And then from here, we're gonna exhale, bring the torso to the leg. Inhaling, pushing the hips forward. Exhaling, straightening the knee and bringing the torso to the leg. Inhaling, bringing the hands up. Exhaling, torso forward. Inhaling, pushing the hips forward. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling, hands up. Exhaling, folding forward. And now on the next inhale, we're gonna bring our weight back to center. We're going to adjust that front foot if necessary, bringing it closer in so that we're more stable. Now we're gonna place that left forearm on top of the left thigh. We're gonna bring our hand to the ankle and the ankle to the hand, and we're gonna get into that quad stretch. So here we're gonna inhale and exhale through the nose, feeling that nice juicy stretch. Keeping stable. Again, if you need extra cushioning for your knee, you're gonna fold your mat or you're gonna place a cushion right under the standing knee. Keep breathing. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Couple last breaths. And now we're gonna go back to all fours. We're gonna adjust the hands, making sure that those wrists are right under the shoulders, that the knees are right under the hips, and we're gonna come into our downward facing dog. Here on our downward facing dog, we're gonna start moving in waves. So we're gonna come to our tiptoes, we're gonna round the spine, we're gonna come down, come straight into our upward facing dog. Now move our hips side to side. Tuck the toes under and push our hips all the way up to come back to downward facing dog. We're gonna do the same thing again. Coming to our tiptoes, rounding the spine as if it was a wave, bending the elbows, coming straight into our upward facing dog. Again, moving the hips side to side. We're gonna tuck those toes under, push the hips up, come again into our downward facing dog. You can adjust your downward dog if you need to. You're gonna make sure that your fingers are really well spread, your feet are parallel, and you're looking at the space between your feet. Now from here, you're gonna bring your right foot forward, then your left foot forward. Now we're gonna fold forward, bringing the torso close into the thighs. We're gonna bring the spine up to tabletop. And from here, we're gonna walk our left foot right behind. It's gonna come in 45 degrees. And now here, this is where we're gonna grab the blocks. You're gonna make sure that they're close to you, either side of the mat. Remember, back foot is in 45 degrees, front foot is parallel to the side of the mat. And now here, you're gonna work with different options. Option number one is you're gonna have your blocks completely vertical, and you're gonna be resting your hands here. And now here, you're gonna start working with your breath, inhaling, moving away from the legs, exhaling, folding forward. Now, if this is too comfortable, you're gonna change the position of the blocks. If this is also too comfortable, you're gonna bring your blocks all the way down to the shorter side. And again, keep working with your breath. If this is not necessary, you're gonna move your blocks away and you're gonna just have your hands on the mat. So make it your own. It's all about working with your own range of movement. So don't worry at all if you need blocks. Flexibility requires work and consistency, so you have to be patient. And now here, wherever you are, wherever your hands are, you're gonna keep working with the breath. So as you inhale, you move away from the leg, and then as you exhale, you're gonna fold forward. Inhaling, coming up, exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling up, exhaling, folding deeper. And now one last time, inhaling, coming up, exhaling, folding deeper, as deep as you can. It's always about pushing yourself a little bit, but making sure that you don't hurt yourself. If you push too hard, then you're gonna lose flexibility actually. From here, we're gonna inhale, we're gonna bring the back to parallel. We're gonna grab the blocks if that's gonna help. And we're gonna change the feet. So now the back foot comes to the front foot comes back. It's gonna be 45 degrees in. The front foot is parallel to the side of the mat. I wanna make sure you guys can see. And now again, you're gonna work with your blocks. So the same three options we had before. So either they're gonna be either side of the foot at its highest height, or we're gonna bring them down, or this way, or if you don't need blocks, you're gonna move them away and you're gonna bring your hands to the mat. Now what's important is that you work the same way on the first side than the second side. Always one side is gonna be more flexible, but you wanna do the same thing on both sides so that you ensure you keep symmetry in your body as much as possible. So here we are. Now again, we're gonna work with the breath, inhaling, moving away from the leg, exhaling, folding deeper, inhaling, moving away, exhaling, folding deeper, inhaling, moving away, exhaling, folding deeper, inhaling, moving away, exhaling, folding deeper. And now we're going to stay here. Remember to breathe deeply, push yourself, but make sure that you're not hurting yourself. Couple more breaths. Remember, the breath is your friend here. This is what's going to help you gain most space. Now from here, we're going to look forward, And we're gonna bring the back foot to meet the front. Here, I'm gonna move the blocks away so that you guys can see me. We're gonna really hang here, letting gravity lengthen our spine. If having your legs straight feels like too much, feel free to bend your knees. So you're gonna have to find your space. If you're bending your knees, that's perfectly fine. You're gonna work with extending and bending, or from more bent to less bent. Work within your own range of motion. You wanna push it a bit, but definitely you don't wanna hurt yourself. If you are already on your straight knees, you're gonna keep hanging here. And wherever you are, we're gonna work with a breath. We're gonna inhale, move away from the legs. Exhale, move the torso closer to the legs. Inhale, move the torso away from the legs. Exhale, move the torso closer. Keep working with your breath. And now on your next exhale, you're gonna bring as much as you can your torso close to your legs. From here we come back to flat back. And now we're gonna bring our hands to the mat. We're gonna bring the right foot back, the left foot back. We're gonna come down flat on the mat. And we're gonna push ourselves up to come to all fours. Now from here, we're gonna sit on the mat and we're gonna keep working on our hamstrings. So I'm gonna move away the mat, the blocks from us. Take them out of the way. We're gonna lie flat on the mat. And we're gonna grab our strap or our towel or our belt. If not, don't worry, hopefully you have long leggings so you can hold on to them. So we're gonna start with the right leg. We're gonna bring that right leg up. And here we have different options. Option number one, if you have a strap or a belt or a towel, you're gonna place it on the ball of the foot. And then you're gonna hold the ends of the strap with your right hand. Your left leg is gonna be straight and the foot is gonna be active. And you're gonna stay here and you're gonna continue working with your breath. As you inhale, you bring your foot closer to you. As you exhale, you move it away. So instead of the strap, you can be using a belt or a towel. If you feel like you can work a bit deeper, you're gonna hold your ankle. You can hold your leg in. Or if definitely you're very comfortable here, you're gonna hold your big toe. Whatever you're doing, you're gonna make sure that the other leg is active, that that foot is flexed, and that this glute is connected to the mat. And now from here, wherever you are, you're using your strap, you're gonna be working with your breath again. So when you inhale, that foot is moving away. As you exhale, is moving closer in. Synchronize that movement with your breath and really use your breath as your friend to help you gain more space. You have to be patient and remember, you want to slowly gain more flexibility, but you want to make sure that you're not hurting yourself. Now from here, you're gonna open your leg to the side. So you're gonna let it drop. I'm gonna move a bit further away from the wall so I have more space. Here you are, you're gonna be dropping that leg. You keep this leg straight, that foot flexed. And here, the intention is as if you were gonna bring your foot close to your ear. So your right foot coming close to your right ear. It might be very far away, so don't worry. Definitely for me, it's still quite far away. You can instead be holding your ankle or your big toe if you're very flexible, and you're gonna stay here. And you can keep working with your breath. As you inhale, you move your foot away from you, and then as you exhale, you're gonna bring it closer. Keep moving gently. Remember, you wanna push yourself, but you wanna make sure that you're not hurting yourself. Now on the next inhale, you're gonna bring your leg back up. And now you're gonna inhale and you're gonna activate your core and you're gonna come up. So your leg stays where it was and it's your torso that it's coming up. And now we exhale, we bring the torso down, we release the foot and we bring that leg down. So before we go to the second leg, observe the difference. Hopefully you already feel a bit more space on that first leg. So now we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So we're gonna inhale, we're gonna bring that left leg up. We're gonna bring, again, either the strap or we're gonna hold the ankle or the big toe. If we're using the strap, we're gonna bring the ends of the strap together into one hand. The opposite leg is straight, the foot is flexed. And again here, working with the breath, we're gonna inhale, let the foot move away from us. Exhale, move that foot closer. Keep moving intuitively with your breath. Keep gaining some space as you breathe. Remember, when you inhale, you move the leg away. When you exhale, you move it closer in. Now, on your next inhale, you're gonna open your leg to the side. And you're gonna be, again, you can hold that belt closer to the foot. You're gonna be bringing that foot direction to your ear. Breathing here, remember your right leg is gonna be straight, the foot is gonna be flexed. Both glutes are connected to the mat. And now here with your breath, inhaling, moving that foot away from you, exhaling, moving it closer in. Keep working within your own range of movement, pushing yourself a little bit, but making sure that you're not hurting yourself. Now on your next inhale, you're gonna bring your leg all the way back up to the front. Now you're gonna activate your core and you're gonna bring your torso all the way up towards your leg. From here, we're gonna exhale, we're gonna release the foot. We're gonna put the strap to one side. We're gonna roll to the side, and from the side, we're gonna come all the way back to all fours. So we're coming towards the most intense stretch that we're gonna do today. So for that, we're gonna again grab the blocks, put them either side of our legs. We're gonna bring that right foot forward. And now here, bring your blocks a little bit closer in. And you're gonna use them to hold you. So you can start, if you want, on the higher ends of the block. And here, you're gonna start working on your half split. So you're gonna be finding space here, opening as much as you can. And you're gonna be bringing your torso upright. And here, you can either have your blocks up here, or you can bring them down. Whatever helps you feel most comfortable. You're gonna be looking to the front. Your spine is straight. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. This requires a lot of time and patience. It is just helping us gain some more space in the groins and the hamstrings, increase our flexibility. This is something that we typically don't work on, so be patient, don't feel frustrated if you're very far away from the mat. It just needs time and consistency. Couple more breaths here. Hopefully you are feeling how with the breath your muscles and your tendons are relaxing and you're gaining a bit more space. You're slowly coming closer to the mat. From here, we're gonna walk that foot back to the front. We're gonna bring the front foot to the back. And now we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So this time is a turn for the left leg. So we're gonna bring it forward. We're gonna start straightening both legs as much as we can. We're gonna be coming back to the highest part of the block to give us extra support. And here we are. Bringing the front leg forward and the back leg back. Again here, if you feel like there's too much pressure on your back knee, you can always place a cushion underneath it. Your spine is going to be straight, you're going to be upright. And you can slowly start moving to a lower position of the blocks. Again, try to do the same thing you did on the first side. You're gonna instantly feel the difference between both sides. I can already feel this side is much harder for me than the first side. So be patient, make a mental note, and make sure to work the same way on the harder part than on the easier part. Keep breathing, inhaling and exhaling through the nose, be patient. I know this is very uncomfortable. Stay with it, you can do it. Keep breathing, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And at this point, you should start feeling how the breath is helping you gain some space in your legs. Couple last breaths. And now from here, you're gonna bring that back knee closer to the midline. Front knee to meet the other knee. And now we're gonna do one last exercise for our spinal flexibility. So we're gonna come to standing on our knees. And here we're gonna bring our hands to our kidneys. We're gonna push our hips forward and we're gonna open the front of the body. We're gonna breathe here, inhaling and exhaling through the nose and pushing the hips forward so that we arch the spine a bit deeper. If this feels comfortable, you're gonna go one step further and you're gonna place your right hand to your right heel and you're gonna open the opposite arm, bend backwards, come to the front, and bring the opposite hand to the opposite heel. You're gonna keep alternating arms, synchronize it with your breath. And now we're gonna take it to the next level. If this was already enough, you can keep making these dynamic transitions. If you want to take it deeper, we're going to bring both hands to the heels. We're going to push the chest up and really opening the front of the body. You can either keep looking forward. To me, that's the most comfortable option. If you want to bend even more, but I warn you, this might feel uncomfortable, you would drop your head. Keep pushing your hips forward. And then from here, very slowly, you're gonna push yourself to come up back to upright. You're gonna bring your hips to your heels. You're gonna bring your feet together. You're gonna open your knees, bringing them either side of the mat. And now you're gonna bring your forehead to the mat and your arms alongside the body. You're gonna breathe here deeply. You're giving our spine a nice counter stretch. This is child's pose. It's a great resting pose. From here, we're gonna push ourselves up and we're gonna come all the way to our final Shavasana for a final relaxation. So our legs are gonna be slightly apart. Our arms are gonna be alongside the body, palms facing up. We're gonna close the eyes and we're gonna just be here, enjoy the present moment, forget about everything else. We don't even have to make the effort to hold our body weight. The floor and the ground is really holding us. Just rest here in this final relaxation. Now you can stay in this relaxation for as long as you want. But if you want to start transitioning out, we're going to roll to one side. We're going to make a little pillow with the hands. You're going to keep your eyes closed if possible. And then you're going to push yourself up to come to sitting cross-legged. We're gonna keep those eyes closed, bringing the palms to your knees, facing down. And we're gonna do a couple of last inhales and exhales. Reconnecting with the breath. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. And now very slowly we're going to open the eyes. I hope you could feel your body stretching, finding more space and more mobility. And remember, when you work on flexibility, you have to work with your own range of motion. You have to be patient and you have to be consistent. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more happy, healthy yoga for all. Thank you very much.